Hello. I am author and entrepreneur, the cerebral palsy vigilante, Zachary Fennell. Recently, I had the honor to be a part of a suicide prevention documentary called A Tale of Two Mothers. After seeing the final product at the premiere screening, I felt compelled to create today's video. The film concentrates on two different mothers who both had sons who ended their own lives by suicide. The commonality the two boys shared was they were both victims of bullying. That bullying was a driving factor in their decisions to take their lives. Such a situation is no big revelation to me. I have heard of similar stories before. However, the stories hit me much harder than the aforementioned past news stories. A lot of that had to do with being in the same room as the mothers, as we featured in the film participated in a Q&A as a part of the evening. You could feel the pain and sorrow the mothers felt from the losing their sons. It was an attention-seizing experience. One I have grown especially sensitive to over the years thanks to my disability advocacy efforts. If you are watching me, you probably already know having a disability makes you vulnerable to being bullied. Fortunately, I managed to avoid a lot of that. I do recall in my cerebral palsy memoir, Off Balanced, available on the Kindle and Nook, an instance in college when I was playing ping pong down in the rec area, and another student came in and began laughing at my lacking ping pong skills. However, he was quickly quieted by my friend who confronted his behavior. I vaguely remember a similar scenario playing out in first grade. My best friend at the time and I were walking around the playground at recess when another kid came up and pushed me over. My friend responded by chasing that kid down and pushing him over. Reflecting back, I credit that moment for the reason I didn't endure much bullying growing up. I wish I could give that credit to simply going to school with a great group of kids. But I know of at least 3 of my peers from school who were called names and talked about negatively. I wish I could sit here and tell you I paid the favor forward and stood up for those bullied, but I honestly cannot. I figured if I wasn't the one doing the bullying and I wasn't the victim, then the problem wasn't mine. It was through my writing Decades later, I realized the truth. Bullying is everyone's problem. One individual in particular succeeded in opening my mind to this reality. Anti-bullying speaker Tony Bartoli. Bullies targeted Tony for years because of his cerebral palsy. The bullying finally stopped in high school because one morning another student decided to confront Tony's tormentors. A classmate decided to no longer be a bystander and instead take a stand. And that's exactly how bullying is everyone's problem. There's the bully, the victim, and everyone who lets the behavior go on is a bystander. As long as bystanders simply stand by, the bullying will continue, and so will the bully-related suicides. Therefore, I implore you, don't be a bystander. Summon the courage to take a stand against the bullies. By chance, you've done that, or you have had a bystander decide to take a stand for you. Please share your story below in the comments section. How did the situation play out? Let your scenario be a positive model for the rest of us to follow. Furthermore, if today's message is one which resonates with you, show the world you're against bullying by hitting that thumbs up icon below. Let's make this my most liked video. Speaking of my videos, if you are not already a subscriber, consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell notification icon to receive notification every time I release a new video. Until that next time, remember, don't blend in, blend out.